to the glory of God. And the men honoured in memory of men of St Andrews who with courage and faith at their country's call laid down their lives that we who remain might live in freedom and peace. I was just speaking to one of the tour guides there in the cathedral. If it was still built today, it would still be the largest cathedral in the country. And was told that it's not even the oldest grave, the oldest grave that has a headstone is 1776. So there's somebody over that wall that was dead that is older or the same age as the country of the United States of America. This has been a grave or a cathedral much longer than that, and it only became a graveyard when it started to fall down. And it fell down around about the Reformation. The English started to take stuff out of it because, well, at the time there was a big connection between Scotland, as I mentioned earlier, and France, who were both Catholic, and the English were Protestant. See that little bit right there? That's known as St Mary's on the Rock. It's even a church that's been on the site even longer than the cathedral itself. Still laid out. It was there before the cathedral. Not nuts. And this is what I mean. Like, honouring generations before. Respecting life and respecting dead through the rituals of the religion that they believed in. Now, I'm not saying it's correct or not, but what I am saying, there's a pattern there that creates respect, creates honour, understands sacrifice, and understands service for others. Understood beauty, understood love, or had a language to talk about that. It's not just feelings. We built castles. And just to chuck all that away. Doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound right. It's a cool little beach just down there. And actually there's a little public swimming baths. So in low tide it keeps the water in, so you can go for a swim. Might have to do a video of that another day. Reference another preacher from the other video. George Wishart, 1530 to 1546. Powerful Protestant preacher, he was betrayed to Cardinal Beaton, brought here, put in the sea tower, condemned for heresy and burnt at the stake on the 1st of March. Killed him, hung out his body from battlements, then together in the castle they created the first congregation of the Protestant Church in Scotland. There's a reference back to my Dundee video. I mean, I don't know where I stand with it all. But coming through this town, seeing the sights, it genuinely poses the question to you. Like, this whole town is founded on the belief that a man 2000 and, well, at the time of this recording, 26 or so years ago, died. It was born, and around about 33 AD, died and rose again. There were battles won. Their lives were lost. They put their whole life on the line. In 1914 to 1918, 1939 to 1945, people laid their life on the land to protect the people of this town in the name of the saint of this country. Like, when I say that, I feel both controversial, weirdly, and it's also very heavy. There's a weight to that statement. And I don't understand why that feels... What's the phrase? Like, I'm fearful that people will watch this video and take this the wrong way. Like, why my issue isn't like internal. It is internal, but the issue is like, why have we got to such a point in our culture that I feel that is such a scary thing to say that may be ridiculed. The statue, I didn't even know this was here. The statue of St. Andrew. This statue of St. Andrew is a copy of one by Francis de Squinoy, which is in St. Peter's Basilica in Rome. It was commissioned around 1850 by the North British Mercantile Insurance Company, who gifted the University of St. Andrews following the closure of their Edinburgh office. There's our patron saint, ladies and gentlemen. Currently in the Wardlaw Museum, which is the University of St. Andrews. War, Destruction and Reform. The early years of Mary Queen of Scots, the last queen of the Kingdom of Scotland. As I mentioned, who was Catholic. So here's the question I want to ask people in this video. I would love to get comments about this. Where do we stand? Do we stand on continuing the story of what is before and building on that? Or do we now stand on new ground, metaphorically speaking? Like, all of that's previous. It's all story. And we're starting again from scratch. Because at the moment I feel like both worlds is the current culture. They exist at the same time. And the current state of affairs of the world is because we have two worldviews. This is happening both at the same time, and on a musical comparison here, it's two frequencies trying to work together, but it's a discord. It sounds funky. Yeah, I would love to know in the comments below, or reach out on honest thoughts. I'd love for you to get in touch. Look at this view. It's the West Sands, main beach there, and over it there's the car park, and then there's 6 or 5.5 of main golf courses at the links. Bandstand, Martyrs Monument, became a familiar St Andrews landmark. Political and religious speeches were given around its base. Martyrs. It was dangerous to spread new religious ideas. 4 men named here were put to death in St Andrews for their faith. Patrick Hamilton was the first Protestant martyr in Scotland. He learned the teachings of Luther while studying on the continent. He was promoted by these ideas where he returned to home. He was burned to death in St Andrews in 1528. Henry Forrest, put to death in 1533. George Wishart and Walter Mill. The Martyrs Monument. Ain't bad, is it? Well, we've kept that very heavy for the last few days, or last few minutes, I should say. Let's keep it light. Weather station. Rock wet means it's raining. Good to know. Good to know. We're going to go for a wee drink at the best place to have a drink in the whole town. And this is the Rusacks Hotel. We've got the 18th hole bar, rooftop bar. Come and enjoy.
Okay. I think I am.
Look at that for a view.
I'm pretty sure I am. I'll check it. All right. Okay.
18th tee,
Just want to know something.
18th green.
He's going to do the parents.
See if we can get a wee shot and hold.
Where's Mike and who? Oh, they're sitting in here? Sitting at the bar. I was like, where are you? He's like, we're at the bar. And I go, I look through the window. I sit there.
Hit it. Oh, what a shot. Oh. Boo! Brilliant. Phenomenal, isn't it? Look at that. The boys. Whew. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Well, at the back tee of the 18th green of St Andrews. Aptly named, guess what? Tom Morris. Well, we're going to finish this video here, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. See you in the next one.